Hello, and welcome to my Innersense Organic Beauty Wash Day tutorial. This is my shower cap. I put it on in the shower over just soaking wet hair with a little bit of my Innersense Organic Beauty Color Radiance conditioner left in my hair. It is adequately detangled. I brushed my hair out in the shower with my conditioner in it and then rinsed and detangled again, scrunching in a little bit more of that conditioner. So as you can see, there's no frizz in my hair. That's because it is soaking wet. If you listen, you'll hear the squishing sound. The more water you have in your hair, the less frizz you will have. Make sure that you don't see any frizz in this process right now, because if you see frizz when it's wet, you will definitely have frizzy hair when it's dry. So the more I scrunch, the more it encourages my curl pattern to really come out. I have more wavy curls, so I really scrunch a lot through this process to make sure that maximum curl comes out. So now we're using Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner. This stuff is great. It adds even more hydration to my hair. It's got tamanu oil in it for anti-inflammatory properties. That was about 8 pumps, by the way. And I'm just wiping it into my hair gently and then scrunching it in. It's got lavender in it. It's got rosemary for hair growth. It's really incredible stuff. After that, we're gonna go for Hair Love Prep Spray. This is Innersense's newest product. It has amethyst powder in it to help open your crown chakra, among many other amazing ingredients. It helps to make your hair feel thicker, and it preps it for styling, and it adds to the hold of your finished style. So spraying all over, probably 10 sprays total. I'm moving my head gently back and forth while spraying it in. Oh, it smells so good. And then scrunching more in. Throughout this whole process, you want to make sure that your hair is still really wet. You want to hear that squishing sound the whole time you're doing this. Moving my head gently from side to side, not flipping around. The more you flip around, the messier and less clumped your hair will be. You want to see these really nice curl clumps. That's what's going to make sure that your hair has lots of definition. Even though we're going for volume, you still want to have that definition in your finished product. So now we've got I Create Volume. This is a light hold gel by Innersense. We're gonna put about a little more than a quarter, about a silver dollar sized amount. Don't drop some of it on the floor like I did. We'll wipe that up later. Now we're going to, again, gently wipe that in the back and front of your hair, and then I'm going to slowly do some praying hands. Nice, loose praying hands all over my hair, gently moving from side to side, really adequately dispersing that product. Do not be afraid to add more water. I did forget to grab a spray bottle for this video, but do not be afraid to grab a spray bottle and add more water. These products are super concentrated. They're not made with much water in them, so you really need water to spread the product around, make sure it is evenly dispersed so you have even results. You don't want to have more frizz at your roots and then more defined curls at your ends. Lots and lots of scrunching. Still listening for that squishing sound. I often wipe the backs of my hands too to kind of grab any dripping product and then reapply that to the hair. Now we're going for I Create Lift Volumizing Foam. This is probably my favorite product. It's hard to choose, honestly. I love all of them, but this foam is fantastic. That's about 6 pumps of foam. I'm going to gently tap it in all over, kind of just glazing the product in. Again, really evenly distributing it throughout all of my hair before I start scrunching. Don't forget to get it near your roots. Don't forget the back. Yeah. So more scrunching. Make sure you're still seeing those clumps. Again, if you're losing the clumps or if it's getting a little frizzy, add more water. Water is your best friend. Water is hydration for your hair. And if you're using good silicone-free products like Innersense, then that water is really penetrating into your hair and hydrating it the way it should be. Shake your hair out a little bit if you need to kind of pull some of that hair away from your scalp. Sometimes I give my head a little shake in whatever awkward position to loosen the hair that's like sticking to my scalp. So see, no frizz. We're starting to get those seaweed looking tendrils of curls. These are going to be really great when we diffuse. So wiping that product off the backs of my hands. Okay. Almost done with the stylers. Now we're going for I Create Finish. This is a really nice, light, non-aerosol hairspray. It's fantastic. I use it on refresh days. I use it on wash days. It helps create a better cast, and it makes your hair really shiny, and it's not sticky or crunchy at all. But don't spray yourself in the face like I did. All right, scrunch all that in, and then I like to put my hair up in this flour sack cloth. I look hilarious and everyone calls me Aunt Jemima, but I get the best curl results from this, and everyone I've told about it actually loves it too. So I fold it in a triangle and then gently guide my hair towards the front of that triangle. I fold the corner up so that it doesn't leave a little corner out around my face, and then wrap the ends around the front of your head and tie in a little knot, and proceed to look like a goofy Aunt Jemima character. Anyways, this keeps all of my hair on the top of my head. It keeps all my curls coiled, and it helps lock in all of those products while I do the dishes or make pancakes. Anyways, after you've had that in, I probably had mine in for like half an hour. You take it out, and it's a little bit drier than it was before it went in, but still nice and wet, which is great because you're going to gently re-scrunch. Just a couple of times, nothing crazy. Hi, Sadie. Sadie's my little bathroom friend. She loves to be everywhere that I am. So giving it all over, I like to pay extra attention to the back of my hair because that's where it's a little bit more straight, and then always around my face too. What's great about that plopping that I did with the flour sack cloth, you can wear that in as long as you want. I've worn it in for a few hours. I've worn it in for 10 minutes while I'm getting dressed so my hair doesn't get all messed up from putting my shirt on. Now we're going to put in more of the I Create Finish hairspray. Again, just helping to solidify that cast a little bit more. It does help dry your hair a little faster too because of the curly, safe, non-dehydrating alcohols that are in it. And then I just check to see where my part is, if my hair is kind of parted right, and then finish with a little more spray on the top. You can air dry now if you want. I'm going to diffuse because I want you to see what it looks like after a full diffusing with maximum volume. So this is the Black Orchid diffuser that I found on Amazon, putting it on my blow dryer, using my blow dryer at medium speed and medium heat, or low heat, low speed, I should say. I start at the ends and go all the way up to my root. I like to move the diffuser around pretty often, like I would say maybe 15 seconds in each section, because if you hold it too long in one section, for me personally, my ends get a little bit wonky and like fish hooked. They look pretty weird. So I sped this up a little bit because it takes a little while to diffuse your hair 100%. I'm going to diffuse to about 80% and then air dry the rest of the way off camera, and then I'll show you the finished look. This is the hovering technique now. I'm just hovering the diffuser over the outside of my head and the outside of my hair. This is great if your ends get kind of weird like mine do sometimes, or if you want your hair to look a little bit longer. The more you push your hair up from the ends, the more condensed and tight your curl will be. The more you hover the diffuser, the looser your hair will be. Don't forget to get the back of your hair, get the top of your head. The more you go upside down, the more volume you get on the top of your head. But be sure to go back and forth to get it all nice and even. You want to do low speed, low heat, maybe no heat sometimes, because even low heat can get pretty hot. And we're not trying to burn our hair. We want our hair to stay healthy and hydrated, and heat is like your number one enemy for damaged, dry hair. Good thing Innersense products are so strengthening so that we don't have to worry about damage from things like a diffuser. Awesome. So I turned the diffuser off, and now again I'm kind of just checking where my part is, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like while that cast is forming. So this is still like 80% or 20% wet. That crunchy cast is forming. So I let it dry a little bit more while I did whatever in the kitchen. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands there. You make the funniest faces in these videos. Now I'm going for another favorite product. This is Harmonic Healing Oil from Innersense. I'm using 1 pump. It's about what that looks like. And rubbing it all through my palms and onto my fingertips. This is another one that smells so good. It's all essential oils and unadulterated oils that are so good for your scalp and your hair. It soaks in so nicely. It doesn't leave any weird residue, or there's no silicone in it. There's no like artificial anything in it. So it soaks in amazingly. What I'm doing is I'm really massaging my scalp, loosening up all that cast at my root, and then scrunching the remaining oil into my ends. Now I'm doing a little bit of a more aggressive praying hands motion, kind of flipping my hair around more now because I want to agitate the curl. I want to break up that cast. So have fun with it. Get crazy. Give yourself a lovely, relaxing scalp massage, and don't be afraid to mess those curls up, because the product application that you just did really made sure to get those products everywhere, and all of your curls are sealed in, so you should not get too much frizz. If you do go too crazy with this, it can get frizzy, but I don't really experience that. My hair stays more flat. So you can start to see the curls are all soft and bouncy. My hair feels amazing. It's so soft to the touch. It feels so light. There's always a rogue curl. And I'm a believer. I love Innersense. I've only used Innersense for a whole month now, and the results in my hair have been amazing. It's shiny, it's healthy, it's longer than it's ever been, and yeah, I think the results speak for themselves. If you have any questions, comment below. You can follow me on Instagram if you're not already. I am Sheer Mindfulness. And thanks for watching my video.